Say hi if you're here. I don't know why this thing is showing so bright. Hi, Kamal. Maybe I don't need this OB stuff. I don't know why it's here. There we go. Four minutes. Not sure how we're going to open. It's honestly, it can go either way. I mean, one would think there would be at least some blip down, but this is an insane market. Hey, Kumar. This is an insane world. I cannot believe the coverage. Oh my gosh. What is going on? What is going on? I went to WhatsApp. I was eating lunch. I was like, let me check on the. I was working all weekend. I couldn't get the headline to pull up. WhatsApp AI tells me I couldn't find any articles about President Trump being shot. I asked for news about President Trump. It tells me it was indicted in 2021. That's the news it came up with. I'm like, are you kidding me? I mean, what? I thought it was AI, not a dumbass. Oh my gosh. There's no I in AI sometimes. There might be nothing going on. We shall see. I'd be shocked. Should we zoom out? Do we need to zoom out? I added a few new tools. Let's see if they help us. Let's go. Two minutes, minute and a half. The futures should open. I think we should open down and swing back up and then go violent and maybe go green. I have no idea. I honestly don't know what's going on. I have not listened to news because every time I do, I get pissed off. So I turned it all off. Sadly, some people died. Maybe one person, actually the shooter, and then one person, and maybe a couple more people injured. I don't know. There's lack of coverage. Okay. 20 seconds. Oops. We're open. We haven't moved. We're not even down a set. What? This freaking market. Nothing. 0.2? We're actually green? Nothing? Hey. Oh my gosh. Not a blip. What the fudge? Nothing. The RTY is up. The small caps are up. This country has gone to hell in a handbasket. Nobody gives a shit. Lower taxes. Yeah, never mind. The future president of the U.S. and a past president of the U.S. almost died. There was half an inch difference between him dying and not, and they won't even call it an attempt. Disruption, they call it. The headline read, "The rally was disrupted," with bullets flying at his face. That's what disrupted it. Minor disruption. And the small caps are up. Nothing to see. We might shut this down and go home. Go do something else. Go finish gardening. My goodness. This is bizarre. Wow. Yeah, a lot is wrong with us, Tom. A lot is wrong. This is okay. So I grew up in an oppressed country where bullets were like a thing that happens, and I think this was a shocker. And the fact that this generation doesn't think of it anything, this event is nothing, is pretty shocking. Anyway, nothing to see. We can stay here, or we can call it a day and go finish what we're doing. So there is a tiny Head and Shoulders. So if we lose 5660, I wouldn't call it a Head and Shoulders prior bounce. So at least what we have here is a failure going into 5686. Mark that, basically the top of this red box. Almost exactly. It is exactly the top of this red box. Is significant. And the bottom of this candle right there. Let me see to the left. Okay. Yeah. So, whoops. That should be sellers. That should be buyers. If these buyers fail, 5660, you might come down 20 points. I don't know if that's going to happen overnight. Those are notes. Hey, Mr. Tipple. Those are notes that you might want to take in case we do stop this situation here. The fact that these guys are green is mind-boggling. This is a basket of 2,000 stocks right here. The NASDAQ is flattish green. The ES is flattish green. Nobody gives a damn. It's a honey badger situation. There's nothing to see. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Never in a million years would you have told me. What would they have done if he had died? What would the futures have done if they had died? If he had died? I'm just asking because he was an inch away from dying. So what's the difference? Somebody else died. Nobody cares? Holy crap. There's a lot of anger pent up. Be very careful. Be very careful. Hey, Gint. We're basically in a car going 100 miles an hour and nobody gives a shit. This is Weekend Nick. He cusses. I'm just shocked. I'm shocked. I'm still pissed off from my WhatsApp. I tweeted my results. I honestly wanted to find out whether he was in the hospital or not. And I wanted to find out if other people had made it, the 2 injured people that I thought were injured. I go to WhatsApp and I asked the AI element in WhatsApp, I forgot what it's called, the AI assistant in WhatsApp, what's the latest headline on Trump's health? I figured it would know what I'm talking about. It said, I can't find any headlines about that. He was indicted in 2021, October, for the October. I'm like, wait, what? I was like, no, you misunderstood me. I'm talking about the fact him being shot. He comes back saying, I have no records of him being shot. I was like, are you effing kidding me right now? Those are my exact words. I posted it on Twitter. Go see it. And it said, I'm sorry you didn't get the headline you were looking for, but I found no credible sources that reported Donald Trump, no longer saying president, Donald Trump as being shot. I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay. So the jig is up. My son did the same thing on Snapchat, so it's not a Facebook thing. He came up with the same thing, but if you Google it, it comes up on Google. So I honestly don't know what to say here, except that we're not getting any action. So there's nothing to see here on a Sunday night. I figured I needed to do a special. I needed to record a video. I figured I needed to do all of this. Turns out that no, it's a bowl of nothing. Whoa. All right, so focusing on the main window, trading is, one could argue that they lost a neckline here and they're trying to recover it. If they don't, so basically if they fail to retake this guy, they may end up drifting as much as that. So let's not give them all of it. Let's give them 19. So they may come down to the middle of that yellow box. If they're not above this circle, they are down in this circle. So that would be my take. If you're trading the futures and you're short the futures, you might get 15 points out of it. I don't know how you're going to put a stop. I don't know your risk tolerance, but that would be my trade. So I would put a trade like this if I'm trading tonight. That's exactly how it is. I don't even need to move it. It's a one-to-one relationship, but I don't know how much money you want to risk on this. It's $50 a point, and or 5 if you're using the micros. Hi, Jacqueline. Hi, KG. It is unbelievable. It is shocking. It's not a political statement. It's shocking. There was I have no words. The small craps are green by a bit. Let me check. I moved it off my window. Oh my God! And they're accelerating. They're up 0.4. So I guess what's going on is, oh my gosh! If you want to tie, hey Tony, if you want to tie the conspiracy theories to this, you would say that dump on Friday was because it was planned. Go watch a few videos. There's some compelling evidence to say, what the fudge is going on here? Even, it's gross. It's gross. I'm not going to say anything. They'll ban us off of YouTube. So trading wise, I think down is easier towards the yellow box, maybe in the middle of the yellow box. Okay, I'll give you one candle. This is a 1 minute chart. If you don't have a sub 1 minute chart, you can mock it up. I didn't plan it that way, but this is this candle right there. You see that doji right there? It pretty much spans this yellow box. I did not plan it that way, but there you go. That would be your target. Let's go to 15-second charts here. I just zoomed in on what we were looking at. There might be a seller at 5675 inside this. So if I'm not short, I would short if they pop up. If I have a good stomach, I would short here. But right now, you're sitting between a seller and a buyer. If you go short, you're assuming. I'm making an assumption. Hello, Mr. C. I recognize most of you all. Some people I don't recognize, so introduce yourself if you have a different handle on YouTube. There might be some delay. I'm sorry about that. I can't do anything about it. I have put the lowest latency, so I made it as fast as possible. I'll show you what the small caps are doing. Oh, they gave up a little bit. So here's another one. This is the NASDAQ. They might be in danger as well, and actually a little bit more pronounced. Same. So they're dipping into a prior bounce. Now these are 30 seconds, so this is not like, this is going to 12th. So if they lose this last bounce, they might end up in this box down below. Let's see what's in now. Now I'm back to 15 minutes. I thought we were going to be looking at this today. We're not. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't take this cup and handle-ish pattern. So if they take out 2741, they might go out to 21,000. Travesty if they do, but it's right there. So this little tiny thing we were looking at, it might get you to the bottom of this candle. Maybe. Let me zoom into 5 minutes and see if they left any open candles. Okay, right here, 2479.50. $24.79.50 sticks out. And of course, that's the old all-time high. So what's going on is they broke out above it. They're trying to establish it as footing so they can bounce and take another leap higher. Totally doable, but this is crazy stuff. I'm shocked. I'm absolutely flabbergasted. Somewhat disgusted too. The level of disrespect is insane. All right, so now we're going up into the target that is worth taking a flyer on. This area should be the target zone and should be pivotal. So they've tried to take it out a few times. They've had pretty good success here, not so much here. So let's see where the third time is going to be. If you have comments or questions, let me know. I'll try to read. Why is the font so small on these comments? Let me zoom in. Hopefully they'll let me. Hey, much better. No, I know Mr. Tipple. I know you. No need to tell me who you are. Brad, I kind of knew it was you. Net Hackers. Hola, scary name. Who this? I don't think there'll be any price movement. Later, Jacqueline. I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, there's nothing to see. An AI does not need to be fed info. That's the point. You tell it what to do and it goes does the thing, right? It learns other things to do things. The least it can do is bring me a headline that is actually out there. The fact that the AI could not find a headline or is not allowed to tell me it found a headline about an ex-president and a current running for president person being shot is shocking. I freaking lost my mind. My dog ran away. I was yelling so loudly. I actually cussed it out. Not the dog, the AI. I'm sorry you feel that way, it says. Let me know what else I can help you with. You can go die. That's how you can help me. Stupid AI. You know, I have a solution to all of this. Let's shut down the electricity for about 30 days. Just to kill enough batteries and see how the world progresses. Remind people that we take so many things for granted. I mean, for crying, stop, Nick, stop. Zen. Namaste. 5666 is the number you want to lose in order to accelerate. So now we are ping-ponging between sellers and buyers. This is like the normal day, sellers and buyer, which is very weird today. Very weird. I wonder if there's going to be a delayed reaction. Like, is this where the market makers are covering their asses and then they're going to open the spigots later when everybody is run back to their servers and put the stops in? Have they now just loaded up on shorts? This is crazy stuff. I thought I was going to be talking to people down, like calming people down, and here I am whipping myself into a frenzy of upsetness because nobody cares. We're dumber than we think. We're dumber than we look. So this is the biggest candle on my screen. Everything is going to happen inside of it. I think when you get on top of it, it's going to be heavy, pulling you down. We'll see if they can build higher lows, or are they going to continue the span of the whole thing. Right now, they're holding the lower half. I love ping pong. I do too. Is your dog calmed down? He ran away. He went outside and laid in the shade. He's very sensitive. 116-pound German Shepherd, but he's very sensitive to tone and cuss words. He knows how. I cuss in Arabic. It's very satisfying. You should try it. You should learn Arabic just to learn how to cuss. Oh my gosh. It's so satisfying. And when he hears the cuss words, he knows to leave. Oh crap. He gets up and leaves. Let's go. Anybody shorting? Anybody short? That's the only trade I see. From here down to the middle of the yellow box. It's no joke. That's like 10 to 18 points. $5 a point if you're playing with the micros. 50 if you're playing with the actual ES contract. I'm looking at Bookmap. There's not a lot going on. There are willing transactors below. It's like people put stops and nobody's manning the helm. Oh my God, that's hilarious. How to cuss in a foreign language. It's very easy in Arabic. Lesson number 1. You start every cuss word with the word kiss. Everything else, you can put whatever you want after that. Kiss is the start of every cuss word. And you never cuss the person face to face. You're always cussing his mom, his dog, God who brought him on this earth, his sister, his dad, his whole family, his lineage, his city, everything. Never the person. It's hilarious. Time for a commercial break. August event, learn how to trade the futures. There's no more satisfying than make money when the market's closed. Well, the main session, regular session, the RTH. Not to mention a bunch of tools you get for free. So 5668 is the first test of the resolve of this bear. 5668 and a half. The second one is 5669 and a half. Right here is one. Drum roll. Oh, which microphone am I hooked up to? Let me know if you can hear. Is that coming through? Pretty annoying though, huh? That was a drum roll. I don't know if it came through. I didn't check which microphone I hook up to. Where are my settings? Drawn a blank. Oh, there they are. I can check right here. Miscellaneous. Oh, I'm hooked up. You guys can hear this, no? I can see it on the oscillator. We got 27 people to come in here. You guys are bored? I am, but we can get some action here. Let's go. Oh, I put a new indicator. Those green arrows, those lime green arrows, they're proving themselves pretty tradable. And they go along with the light blue colors, and you're going to get light red colors and light green colors as well. Another test of the bear. Oh, that's not looking good. They want to hold. Why am I rooting for the Bears? I'm just rooting for a trade. The NQ lost, looks like it's blinked, but not the S&P. So we have one or two elements that are not. I wonder if it's the X, like which elements of the S&P are moving, because the Nasdaq does not look this strong. Oh, I guess it did bounce too. Do I have a delay here between this one and that one? I shouldn't. Must be a different time frame. Erreur de parallaxe. So this is the strongest sector, these small caps. Okay, we'll go back to the S&P. This is the small caps. They came out of the gate, punching. They made headway, and now they're making lower highs. So if they lose this guy, they come back to the base from Friday. Okay, so we'll go back to ES. Fire up 3 windows. Close this. Whoops. I meant to do this. So we have the RTY down bottom right, what we were watching. See how it looks different on the 5 minutes? So let's go to 1 minute. Let's go, pay us. Below this, we should get that down here. And this is important. And here we go. These lines are new. They're supposed to be support and resistance, and we'll see how they pan out. This is literally my first session with these lines. I did them on Friday. You, you don't hear sound effect? That's weird. I see them. All right, let's cut across the... okay, so the bond market cares, not the stock market. The bond market had a conniption. Top right, ZB. That's a pretty good dip in the bond market. Almost 1%. Nothing in the stock market. Equities don't care. Let's see what else can we do. How about gold? What did gold do? Had a little blip. Bitcoin immediately responded, and it's in a fight of its own. That's a different conversation. Remind me to talk to you about Bitcoin tomorrow morning. Okay, so here, if you guys don't know Bitcoin, let's go to BITO, and I'll tell you that. Let's go to 5 minutes. Okay, 15 minutes. The bounce is good, but it needs to rally more. Otherwise, it's going to drop more. Okay, so they're testing the whole range. Hello. So BITO, top right, Bitcoin had a spike and a dip. And if they don't spike high enough, they might do this. Not the end of the world, but it continues a trend. Side comment, NASDAQ. That's a 15-minute chart on the top right-hand corner for the NASDAQ. Let's keep it hyper fast, slightly slower than normal. We watch faster than this. And this is, we can go to 5 minutes here. The small caps. These are the prior fails. That's where the short happened right here. Would this, I didn't see this come on ahead of time. I'll have to watch the recording. This is a brand new indicator that I'm trying to work with. If these are after the fact, they're useless. I'll take them off. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Bradzinga, AI based, made by Facebook. Why did you retract your message? I like that message. Hello. Let's go. This area is of contention. I was hoping we wouldn't even get there. Look at the NASDAQ. They kind of triggered the lower low, but then immediately rejected it. Oh, is that you? Oh. There he is. There's nothing to see. I thought we would get a dip to at least get down to this middle of this yellow box, which is nothing but 10 points. Instead, the small caps are rallying. And now the S&P is on the move. The trade is lower against a prior fail zone. Let's see if they're able to do it or not. Wow. I mean, there's complete disregard for risk. Not even this event is jarring this market. We didn't even get a red tick. The small caps gapped up to open. The reaction from Wall Street experts like Tom, who's been on Wall Street a long time, he's like, we're going to open 1,000 down, basically saying it's going to be pretty eventful. Nothing. We gap up. Good grief. It's going to be a difficult week. And we're going into Netflix's earnings on Thursday or Friday. It's strange that Netflix and Tesla report in different weeks. I thought they usually report like within 2 days of each other. We'll see how that plays out. Also, is there a story of some banking issues somewhere in China? Or was this fake news? I don't think I'm going to do a video tonight. It's useless. I'll do a video tomorrow night. Tomorrow morning. Whoops. In case you missed it, I thought the entry zone is here. The stop out should be above here if you can withstand it however much you can. The goal is down here, so it's worth it. It's not a super fast trade, but it's a cool trade. Hi, Eva. I was so ready to have some people in here trying to console people, calm people down. Turns out I'm the one that's freaking out and nobody else is. What the heck? Nothing. Is the VIX future? Can you see the move? Mine are stuck. Anybody see any movements in the VX? Well, the trader wants some action. Trader not getting any action. The VIX opened normal. There's nothing else to say. If the VIX opened normal, they knew about it on Friday. That's the only explanation. Or they don't think it's a big deal, which is sick in the mind. If they don't think it's a big deal. Either way, I have no words. If they knew about it on Friday, holy crap. Holy crap. Let's go. 5.6. It is shortable. If not here, from 5.673. We are at 5.671. Now the question is, how much downside can you get? In this environment, every penny is a struggle on the downside. So they're going to try to buy it as soon as 5.668. But this is where, so what I'm saying is, somewhere here, there should be a seller. Let's change the color. Wait, I clicked on something else. So if I short into it, I might get this, but I don't know if they'll give me more. The hope is that the bounce will not take a new high and then they do this. I want them to retest this one more time. This one more time. They tested it successfully on the Qs. The small caps are living a different world right now. Up 7% in like 24 hours last week. 6%, sorry. That's my path. This is easy. This is not. Anything below this is an impossibility, it seems. So this is doable. This is tough. This is going to take a lot of work. So that is the plan. And then if we get nothing going on, we'll call it a day and we'll reconvene tomorrow morning. I have a phone call to make with Climber, and then we will reconvene. I do need consolation. I'm a little distraught. I'm a little freaked out. I value the freedom of this country, and I chose it. I wasn't born here. I chose it. And this is bizarre behavior. When was Reagan shot? What year was that? I would go ask AI, but it'll probably tell me I didn't find any record of him being shot. Let's go ask it. It's probably not going to answer me now. I've been cussing it out. When was Reagan shot? $1981. Yeah, I was not in the U.S. So I don't know how the country took it. Yeah, Tom. I don't know how they reacted to President Reagan being shot. So I know Trump is not the current president, but he was a president and he's running for president. You'd think it'll be more commotion than a green open and a gap up open. The RUT, the RTY, bottom right hand corner, gapped up. They're trading as if they suffered a drop on Friday, and they did, like the close was red. So we had a move down on Friday. It's almost like they reacted because somebody told them on Friday they were going to do this yesterday. I'm not spreading rumors, but that's how the market looks like. Oop, they dumped on Friday out of nowhere and a lot. It's like somebody said, yeah. You might want to lighten up. We have something going on Saturday. Either that or the market makers right now are cooking the books so they can get ready for a washout. Or at least some red. This is bizarre. Meanwhile, this trade I'm talking about here is legit regardless of the headlines. This is how I would have traded these candles regardless of what's going on. I think the redness above is harder to break through than the green that they're trying to hold right now. And it's worth pursuing for somebody that trades the future. Oh, Burubish. I am not participating. Stocks close off a bit in session. Okay, so this is what they do, I guess. Americans and tough. The Americans are tough. America. I'll give it another 15, 20 minutes and then we're out of here. 15, 15. What time is it? It is 3:36. 3:50. We'll call it a day. Somebody do something. Ugh. I haven't traded the aftermarket like this and prayed for action in a long time. Oh yeah? Wait. 5,570. Wait, or 5,670 call. So you shorted the strangle. Right. You sold, wait. Oh, you sold it at 5670. When? Today? Okay. So they're drawing the first path, that little squiggly thing I drew in white. How about we change the color of this guy so we can refer to him? Well, apparently I can't select him now because he's behind my other one. Okay. They're trying to draw the whole white path, and the red one's going to be a struggle. This one's going to be darn impossible. It's going to take a miracle to take this one out. Well, if you wish you could close, you can buy some puts to protect yourself in the futures. If it's a huge, you could spend a few bucks protecting it just in case. Okay. So you're sitting in good shape. Party at your house. You gotta pay for that dog medicine you got. What does the pool have to do with that? You lost me on the pool. Oh, it's hot. Yeah. I worked in the yard today. Wasn't very hot in California. I see party at your house. I get it. I get it. I get it. Side note, I know some of you trade Tesla. Tesla needs to be above 252 tomorrow. If not, it could slip a few bucks. Retest the lows of yesterday, Friday. Okay. No problem, Tom. It looks like a dud session. I'll wait for another 5 minutes. I totally thought we were going to have some action and there's going to be some people crying. I'm the only one crying. 5664, 5665. There are some willing transactors on the ES if you want reference. If you're not watching the order flow, I have it streaming. So if you have Discord, you can see it streaming. It cut away earlier. Firefox doesn't like to stream it. Okay, so they drew the white path almost perfectly, minus the little poke. They fell short. So they came to a level we acknowledged. Now, if they do bounce again, the trick is not to let them take a higher high and to make them make a lower low first. Yeah, the bonds have dropped a little bit, but the bonds just priced out the rally from 2 days ago. So now the bonds, I'm talking about ZB, is falling into the base from which it sprang on Thursday. It's not like it's down gobs. It's down -1%. It isn't chump change, but it's definitely not scary. I'm telling you, the only way I can explain this is if they knew on Friday, which I don't want to go there. It's pretty gross. Or they're keeping it together so they can line their ducks. They keep their ducks aligned. I know people who manage money who've done that before. They act like there's nothing going on. Meanwhile, they're fixing their own schmutz. And then when their ducks are in a row, they let the beast. What? What do you mean he was in the BlackRock video? There are plenty of protection strategies, Eva. Pop into the live room. We'll discuss them in details. Yes, the VIX is a blanket statement of the holy schmutz moment. Whenever things go completely wacko, all right, Tom. Whenever goes completely crazy, the VIX explodes higher and then hovers. And then if they can't get a hold of the situation, or if they can't control the situation, it takes another leg higher. And then when the you-know-what hits the fan, it takes off to high heaven. So far, so good. If you shorted the futures, unlike options, time is not an issue. Patience. Okay, you just need time to pay you. So this part is the easy part, I acknowledge. The second part, to take out the support that they just established today, is going to be difficult. So it is imperative not to go above 5671 for starters. Yeah, I don't think these arrows are coming out ahead of time. Like, I don't remember seeing this guy up here. That's highly disappointing. I'm going to have to go and amend that code and see how I can fix it. These guys come out ahead of time, the white ones. Yes, you can defend your own stock. The only way to defend your stock 1-to-1 is to buy a put at a price that gets you out. But that's expensive. You can't do it all the time. You can do it during earnings and such, and you can offset the cost by selling some covered calls. But hopefully you know what you're doing. Some people in this room do that all the time. They sell covered calls. This allows you to create your own dividends, synthetic dividends, and under normal circumstances. But during special times, you can use those proceeds from selling to spend some money on buying some puts. So you're basically protecting your stock for very little money out of pocket. So here's another situation. If I own 200 shares of, say, Palantir, and I can sell some covered calls, bring me, say, $1 or 50 cents, so $50 per contract. I can buy puts for $1.50, for example. And if I don't mind owning some more shares, I can sell some puts below that to finance them. And I can make those put sales way out in time, way below current price. This would literally put me long the stock with no money out of pocket, protecting myself, and at the risk of getting more shares much lower. The tricky part is only if I can afford to buy more shares. If I can't, then I don't do that last part. Sell covered calls to buy puts temporarily. Merit, you ready in 5 minutes or so? Yeah, I'll send you a link. We'll meet in StreamYard if you want. Looking forward to next week. We're getting together. Woo! See you in Tejas. I don't have a laptop, by the way. They mailed it back to me, and on Friday, I get a message. Good news, we're mailing you your laptop back. I check on FedEx. Label created. It's like, yeah, it's not going to get here on time. So I have to travel with a mini PC. Those tiny micro PC, actually. We'll see how that experiment is going to go. So I have 2 of those. Well, I'm taking 4 screens. Let's see how it works out. I also downloaded You'll Bring Me One? No, that's okay. My PC has so many shortcuts. Like my Excel has a personal file that does all kinds of macros just for me. Control this and control that. I would rather use a desktop that is tiny. I mean, literally, one of them is as big as if I stack 2 of my phones on top of each other, they'd be bigger than that. It's an N100, I believe. Intel, I think. No. It's like 2.5, 2.5, maybe 3 inches and 5 inches tall and ½ inch thick. It's crazy. No fan, so you gotta be careful not to cover it up. Super quiet because it has no fan. All right, nothing is going on. I'm gonna leave you to it. The idea is this poke right there that they are doing right now, not exceed my red area that says SR zone, where I kind of curved. This. Okay, so that triangle is good news. This one comes from the Harmonics tool. Not very reliable, but it's better than nothing. The circle is better. My white triangles like this are better. Combination of all of those or 2 of those is amazing, if you can get that. You can't DM me because I don't follow you. Why don't you do it on Discord? You have my email. Yep. All right, Tom. Discord, okay, yeah. I don't follow anyone on X. I think except Trady Ticks. Link for what, Alex? Are you still... Oh, yeah. I am. Oh, Discord. Okay. This is not a Benzinga thing, the Discord. This is us. We're raising the prices tomorrow. Oh, that reminds me. Shoot. Okay. I got to get off. I got some stuff to do. Folks, thank you for coming in. Sorry for getting you up from your routine. I honestly thought it was going to be more dramatic than this. Instead, we had a gap up in the small caps and a flat green situation with the 2 other main indices. What did the YM do? And, you know, really what summarizes everything is the fact that the VIX futures are red. not flat, they're red. So clearly, nobody cares, which is, I guess, I don't know. I think it's sad. Yes, Nico Suave, that's me. It's bizarre. How about that? Bizarre describes it. Not even a blip. And if there is a blip, it's to the positive side. Okay, I thought they would be a knee-jerk reaction down and then a rally. And then maybe we go very green. But this, nothing. Weird. I'll see you tomorrow morning. I don't know if I'm going to do a video tonight. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow morning. I want to chew on this. God, this is so good to watch. I mean, this will pay well if it just happens. They're taking their time. Yeah, me too. Me too. All right, folks, let's just call it a day. I'm going to stop streaming in 5, 4. Thank you for being here. 3, 2, 1. Goodbye.